Hey guys, it's Lonely Fanboy Foot here, and today I'm going to be reacting to everything wrong with Christian Miracle's WWE Fastlane 2019 sins. Now, 2019 of Fastlane was a really good pay-per-view. I mean, as of now, all the pay-per-views in 2019 of WWE have been really good so far. And I really think that they might do a great improvement over WrestleMania 35 if they do the booking right. The booking is what I mean. Anyway, even though I'm excited to see him react to do and everything wrong Fastlane's 2019 since, I'm still kind of disappointed that he didn't do a lot of everything wrong with WrestleMania sins of this year. In fact, he didn't do anything at all with that. One of the sin videos that I actually want him to sin is WrestleMania 22, but considering the fact that he had vacation and have other things to do, like completely doing everything while WWE movies, that's what I am movie, then I can really understand that he wanted his schedule to change. I mean, he didn't do the same thing with Elimination Chamber with only 3 Elimination Chamber pay-per-views to send left. I think I'm correct. So I guess he had other things to do. Not that I'm complaining, but I just really hope that he would actually did WrestleMania sins again, kind of like last year's, because I will want to react to his WrestleMania sins. Since I own WrestleManias 1 through 30. But other than that, despite the schedule that he had, we'll just hope he might be doing a sins video involving WrestleMania next week. Anyway, let's begin. The only GOAT one, okay. Really?
One last time, hopefully. And by that, I mean that I hope this is the last time I ever place the 60s
Yeah, good.
Lesnar being too
Please.
lazy to defend his championship.
End the reign of terror on WrestleMania, please.
The way WWE edited that video right there was awesome in my opinion. One of the first times I've seen a kick-ass opening intro with amazing editing skills. So here's a few sins taken off immediately. I thought The Miz renounced Cleveland and referred to himself as a Hollywood A-lister. Stick to your character, man. It's going to be the downfall of the team tonight. Well, thanks for spoiling
Jinxing again. Obviously.
For whatever reason that the sign obviously saying WrestleMania was merely a coincidence. The Usos have taken this tag team personally. Well, the Usos are not in the wrong for this case, considering they've been teaming for years and dominated the tag team division, whereas The Miz and Shane McMahon have only been a team for the better part of 2.5 months.
Yeah.
Understandable that Shane had a dream to become a tag team champion, but it's no longer a dream for The Miz, as he had previously won 6 tag team titles prior to this title reign with Shane. So this line makes no sense. Jimmy Uso was already starting to fall back before The Miz and Shane McMahon could connect with their punches. Like Ricky Bobby leaving tickets at the race. We're in the middle of a SmackDown.
Oh my god, more commentating. Talk about something else.
Movie, which, don't get me wrong, is an awesome film. Go see it if you haven't. But Jey Uso and The Miz are competing at the moment. No time to discuss movies.
Yeah, discuss wrestling.
Correction, Corey. The Usos have been teaming since day one-ish. Get your facts right. The official didn't see it. He was trying to back up Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso? Oh my god, that mess up was so embarrassing. Tom Phillips seriously confused The Miz with Jimmy Uso. That's worth a double
sin. That's really bad.
Fighting for his father, fighting for his family. Any chance WWE has to reference Paige's new movie, they'll definitely put it in. The fans are chanting the wrong word. These are not the yes kicks anymore. They're the it kicks. Not too difficult to understand. That was Jimmy Uso. Actually, that was Jey Uso who got knocked off the apron, as Jimmy was the one who recently tagged in. That looked more like Jimmy simply released Miz, who didn't even look like he was trying to kick out.
It really looked
Jey
like
Uso grabbing the Miz's
he
ass.
did. Ooh.
Even if neither one of the Usos connected with a super kick, Miz would have never even landed near them, as he only jumped not even a foot away. Wrestler accidentally gets knocked into his own partner cliche.
Well, that's really bad.
Oh my god is right. One of the coolest
sorry, it's just that the way I see it just looks kind of weird and really cringy to look at.
I call major bullshit because the Miz's right shoulder was off the mat for literally the entire pinfall. Fastlane screw job, the way I see this result. The fact that Miz and Shane lost, followed by approaching Miz's father and telling each other that everything is going to be alright, really gives away that one of these guys are going to turn heel. I'd say it's cool that Shane turned heel aside from 2 things. It was plainly obvious that a heel turn was coming, and Shane is a McMahon, the most untrustworthy name in WWE.
Especially the fact that he won the World Cup. Speaking of that, I really hope the World Cup is on the line at WrestleMania, because The Miz deserves
The
it.
Shield did this with crappy quality phone footage.
By the new dominant force.
That'll only last a short period of time. Graphics the hype of the main event, which isn't going to happen for
why
another
you
2.5
keep doing
hours.
that? Seriously.
Also, this last time ever crap didn't work for Triple H and The Undertaker at that one show in Australia.
Super Showdown.
Because they ended up fighting again at the Crown. The point is that I don't
is that a reference from the SpongeBob episode when Squidward completely pranked SpongeBob the wrong way? That's actually kind of great.
Just so I don't have to go through this individually, I'm just going to give this 3 additional sins and move on. Previously on Fastlane. The graphics for Mandy Rose's name are literally the same ones for the Emelina promos from 2017. If anybody even remembers who that
I don't
was.
remember it.
You're not allowed within 50 yards of Mandy Rose.
Corey Graves believes that Mandy Rose has a restraining order against Byron Saxton for whatever reason. A mystery that sounds far more entertaining than what we are watching right now. What do you think you are, huh? Monologuing is Roman's greatest weakness, Mandy.
And I saw monologuing during the WWE Championship match, so he's going to say the same thing, isn't he?
More time on the fact that she just executed a picture-perfect suplex, this match would be a lot more fun to watch.
Change the name of the event to Wrestle Mandy.
Wrestle Mandy.
Check it out for rats or ninjas.
Alright, I was getting annoyed by a lot of Corey's comments, but that comment about Sonya Deville checking for possible rats or ninjas was funny as hell. That type of comedy deserves to send off.
Power Phillips. Oscar, check that out.
Ooh,
that was bad on
yeah. Even for me.
Well, that just happened, I guess. That wasn't even a believable trip on the ring apron. 2 matches in, we're not looking good. Then again, it's a Fastlane event. When have they ever been good?
Just because if it's a new pay-per-view doesn't mean it's bad. I mean, I can understand over the limit, but with different booking people, I think they can make it good.
Biggie and Xavier Woods barging into Mr. McMahon's office, the rest of all the disgusting and disgraceful bullshit can happen to Kofi Kingston. Thanks a lot, New Day.
Yeah.
This match for WWE Championship, a triple threat.
Big E should have honestly worded it better and said, add Kofi Kingston to the WWE Championship match tonight. Because by simply saying, make it a triple threat, that allows Vince to screw with our minds once again. Even despite the fact that I don't like what's about to happen, I'm at least glad that WWE didn't put the WWE title match only 47 minutes into this near 4-hour
Finally.
show.
I mean, the first time the WWE Championship was main event and the pay-per-view was at Elimination Chamber, which was the last year's Fastlane pay-per-view. That's a way long time.
And unlike those other storylines, we're not given any logical reasons as to why Kofi Kingston is getting all these punishments. I'm more annoyed than anything else.
Yeah. This is worse than Daniel Bryan's storyline from the Authority from 2013 to 2014.
I don't get any of this.
That's it.
Here's an additional 5 sins for the 5 minutes of this match's existence. I don't have to be interested in this, even if it will most likely propel Kofi to the WWE Championship match at WrestleMania. This story is disgusting. I don't give a crap what anybody says. What does Bayley even have painted on her head? Never got the chance to see what it is or understand why it's there.
We want to be the greatest tag team champions.
Maybe an original painting or something that she made up.
Women's tag team champions at this point in time, you're already the greatest tag team champions of all time, by default.
And you can bank on that.
These puns are really making me facepalm so hard. I'm honestly not following the plot of why Ricochet and Aleister Black have been moved up to the main roster, but are still prominent to NXT. Sure, they're teaming in the Dusty Rhodes Classic, but why are they on the main roster? If the answer is because reasons, then it's a sin.
Okay.
Remember when everybody used to sing along to this song all the time? What the hell happened? It took literally
maybe it's the fact that they didn't use Bobby Roode properly. That's probably why it was faded away.
Let that sink in. Also, that one moment when you realize that the entrances for this match took about 7 minutes of pay-per-view time for a match that's only 3 minutes longer than that. Let's see. The heel team is the Revival, the 2 sets of challengers are faces, and the challengers ganged up on the champions upon the match beginning. That's when you know the heel champions are obviously retaining their titles. Shoulder up.
Rude looked about ready to jump in there.
Renee Young doesn't realize that the person she was referred to was Aleister Black, who looks absolutely nothing like Bobby Roode. Strategy. Got your nose. Dang, the way Chad Gable sold that kick from Aleister was awesome. Made it seem like Aleister's kicks are devastating while not overselling it at the same time. 1 sin off.
Legs taken up.
Bobby Roode reacted a little too early from Aleister's attack.
Yes. Suplex. What is
Oh my
A
god.
couple more sins out because that series of moves from each team were done at the right time. About time we see some great action in the Raw Tag Team title scene.
Coming down heavy.
Ooh.
Damn it, that could have been the highlight of the match
Yeah.
until Ricochet's leg slipped off of Scott Dawson and Bobby Roode fell down despite not getting hit at all.
Yeah.
No disqualifications, no count out.
If this match has no disqualifications or countouts, then why isn't every wrestler allowed in the ring at the same time? You gotta admit, I do bring up a good point here, because even if the non-legal wrestlers were in the ring, what's the worst that could happen? They can't get disqualified, so what's the second worst thing that could happen? To see Ricochet leap over the ropes in the corner was cool, not to mention the perfect timing of Chad Gable tagging himself in. Post-match assault.
Fatal four-way match.
Yes, it was announced on the pre-show that Samoa Joe will be taking on R-Truth, Andrade, and Rey Mysterio for the United States Championship tonight. But that's still impromptu, as it was announced during the Fastlane
Willie.
event.
Oh my god.
That's my title.
Knowing R-Truth, he probably believes he actually is still the United States Champion, not realizing that he lost it to Samoa Joe last week.
Here we go, fatal four-way match.
Giving this an immediate sin-off because we actually started this fatal four-way match at a fast and furious pace, instead of the cliched staring contest. Bravo!
This is for the United States Championship.
Duh.
Well, thanks for stating the obvious, Corey. Usually you come up with cool things or even hilarious things to say. Why not do that instead of stating the obvious?
Yeah.
From the top.
Double Hurricane Rana, double the perfect timing, double the center movers.
This brute force and
And this match is awesome,
Yeah.
don't you agree? No
It's
doubt
really
this was the best
stuff like
Fastlane
this
event,
needs to keep
which isn't
happening
saying
during
much considering
pay-per-view
the
match
previous four
during
sucked
pay-per-view
big time.
time. It
this
works.
is my issue.
According to the fans and according to the commentators, you're not allowed to pay tribute to the late great Eddie Guerrero if your name is not Rey Mysterio. And to those people, I say, fuck you. How come it's okay for Ray to pay tribute to Eddie, but completely wrong for anyone else to do it?
Really?
Assholes.
That's kind of stupid.
Situation.
Ooh.
In just 10 minutes, this match has what most 30-minute matches don't have. Non-stop entertainment.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, when it comes to
Line up
me
booing.
showing
Andrade
matches,
isn't mocking Ray, nor is he mocking
it's-
Eddie Guerrero. I swear it's 100%
it's
fucking
just
stupid
really
that people
difficult to
find it
see.
disrespectful when
Okay, sorry, I
Andrade
just want
pays
the video
tribute
to
to Eddie all
continue.
just because he wasn't as close to him as Ray was. Really pissing me off. R-Truth and Andrade trying to break up the fight between Carmella and Selena Vega. Those girls can handle themselves. Focus on the damn title. No wonder you two lose.
Copyright
This is
infringement.
boring.
Rey Mysterio.
That may just be the world's fastest coquina clutch I've ever seen. Ray was out within seconds. If wrestlers did that more often, the submission will look more like a threat. But sadly, they don't do that. Because reasons.
And the fact that she's gonna go out of
Natalia, for
retirement to
whatever
be
reason,
in
despite her retirement.
it's
Then
women's
again,
tag
this is
team
the
match at
company where
WrestleMania.
retirements don't exist, so whatever.
It's boss time.
Shut your
Uh,
face with that annoying catchphrase.
Staying champion is another.
It's only hard for Sasha Banks considering she has never successfully retained a championship in WWE. And according to the results of this match, she still has yet to get the job done. True, Sasha and Bayley retained tonight. However, it's Bayley who gets the job done. I'm just saying, Sasha still has never retained a title herself.
Since they've been a tag team over the years,
Michael Cole brings up Sasha Banks and Bayley being a tag team over the years as if they weren't a team 15% of the last few years, which they were.
but the winning team will probably defend at WrestleMania.
Well, unless they defend and lose the titles in the coming weeks leading up to WrestleMania. Just saying, that's happened before with other
oh
champions.
yeah, okay, that could be a thing.
What you just heard was me face palming. For the first time, you actually heard me do that. I swear, one of these days I'm going to accidentally give myself a concussion just because of face palming.
Ooh.
Nice, Sasha.
Are you serious right now? That is way worse than a wrestler watching the whole time and not countering.
Start to look for opportunities.
Tamina clearly jumped and hit the corner on her own accord, and Bayley did absolutely nothing effective in the situation.
Force. Oh, team.
Haha, you failed.
He's gonna go.
Bayley's a dick to her own partner.
But that's not how.
Nia Jax fell back a little too early from that. Second botch in the past 50 seconds. Can this match be over already?
Women's tag.
Of course.
Yep.
Oh my God, goodness.
This moment between Tamina, Nia Jax, and Beth Phoenix was getting intense. And then Michael Cole just had to ruin it by saying, "Oh my God, goodness."
Really? That's a really bad
Reason for
line.
this.
Well, no offense, but
Oh my-
Beth Phoenix
it could have
is the one
been,
who
oh my
struck Tamina
goodness, oh my
first,
God, but
so
oh my
it's
God,
her own
goodness,
damn
it's so
fault that She's
bad.
getting her ass kicked. I'm sorry, but it's true. This match is supposed to be a triple threat.
Yeah.
And even if they wanted to keep Mustafa Ali's participation a secret, they could have still put the shadowy figure with a question
Yeah,
mark
they
on
did
the
that
brackets.
before.
All of a sudden,
The commentators are saying this triple threat match is all of a sudden, despite the fact that Mr. McMahon clearly said an hour ago that this title match was going to be a triple threat. So Mustafa Ali believes he's Tony Stark with that hand.
Yeah. Okay, I kind of like Mustafa
The
Ali
whining,
more.
crying, and complaining members of the WWE Universe attempted to hijack this WWE title match, all because they were led to believe that Kofi Kingston was in this match when Vince never said that was going to happen. I'll admit that I was in the crowd and I fell for it too, but I didn't try to stupidly hijack the show because of non-existent promises. You are nothing but Byron, it's the other way around. Kevin Owens is the one who's given the chops to Daniel Bryan, who is actually fazed by them.
It's a bunch of lip service.
Show off. What a bunch of crybabies. Kofi Kingston is not in this match. Just deal with the fact that life's not fair and never will be fair and move on.
Yeah.
Becky Lynch can answer that question since she calls herself a man.
Nonetheless, Kevin Owens fighting through
The crowd is the biggest sin of this match. Just because Kofi isn't in the match.
Yeah, I mean, it's really disrespectful that they're booing Mustafa Ali. The same person that got injured before Elimination Chamber and couldn't participate. In fact, it's kind of lucky for him to be part of this match.
The way he's been behaving lately.
Ooh.
Picture perfect. Well
Yeah.
done. Here are 2 sins removed. Remember the good old days when the pop-up powerbomb actually helped Kevin Owens win matches? Nowadays, it's easily kicked out of like it's not even a finisher. Good lord, that was brutal. Not gonna lie, I cringed in pain after seeing that.
Yeah. Especially that was the fight that he wasn't going to make it.
Took his eyes off Mustafa Ali even before he leaped onto
New
the apron,
talents
and yet he
makes
still got hit with a super kick.
stuff like
he must
this
not be paying attention
memorable.
to what he's doing. Ow, my hands! Haven't said that in a while. Jeez, what's your problem? American announce table making fun of you or something?
That game of cat and mouse.
Another perfectly timed maneuver. Damn, this match just keeps getting better and better. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Ooh.
Holy shit, that was epic. This time it's 5 sins removed. What an amazing WWE Championship match, and what an amazing way to end it, too.
Post-match
Okay,
assault.
this is just getting old and boring. So, did Becky Lynch win the Royal Rumble match or not? She honestly had a legal right to compete at WrestleMania for the title by winning the Rumble. In my opinion, Becky should have pulled a move Randy Orton made 10 years ago.
Yeah.
when he tried to sue
Well,
WWE
actually-
for the title picture. And
well,
damn, that was 10 years ago?
I think that are you referring to the match between Randy Orton and Rey Mysterio from Nowhere 2006 or his match against Shane McMahon in 2009? Because I'm confused.
No matter how much of a beating
Because I do
Charlotte
remember
Flair takes, she will
2006, but not
still never shut up.
2009.
Physically beating someone up doesn't mean they'll stop talking. 75% of this match is Charlotte taunting Becky's injury, which drags on for far too long. I was hoping this match would at least be good, but it was a major letdown.
And now Charlotte with the right hands.
That's Becky Lynch who's delivering the right hands, you moron. Charlotte is the blonde one who isn't injured. Good lord.
These 2 women used to be the best of friends.
Who cares? As funny as it was to see Ronda Rousey hand over the victory to Becky Lynch by disqualification, I honestly think it would have been better if Becky actually pulled it off and defeated Charlotte herself. And I would praise Becky being reinstated to the title match at WrestleMania, but she should have never been taken out in the first place. So, this whole charade of Lacey Evans coming out only to just leave. If I wanted to see something like that, I just watched Grandpa Simpson walking in and out during that one episode of The Simpsons.
Whoa.
Alright, that surprised me very much. Perfect example of RKO out of nowhere. That was awesome.
A reunion that we never thought we'd see.
You mean the reunion
The
we never thought we'd
third
see
time.
3 times within the period of a year and a half?
It's a strategic alliance.
This argument about the existence of Baron Corbin's team between Corey Graves and Renee Young is really giving me a headache. I neither know nor care why they're a unit. The only thing that matters is they are. 35 seconds of waiting for the Shield's music to hit. Also, if Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley know the Shield as well as they say they do, then why are they looking at the entrance ramp knowing full well the Shield isn't entering the arena that way?
Is a thing of beauty.
Aha, Renee got cut off. She was more than likely about to start bragging about how good looking her husband was.
That's actually gonna be hilarious.
Also, for this last time ever crap, how about we make this a tornado tag team match so that more hell can be raised in the Shield's final act?
Yeah.
Functioning on all cylinders, they're
I
unstoppable.
miss tornado
Despite
tags,
the
do
Shield
you?
losing several times, even when all 3 of them were functioning together. Unstoppable my ass.
Away from these men.
Baron Corbin is addicted to Drew McIntyre. Bobby Lashley was about to tag in Drew.
Yeah,
and Baron decides
I
to
saw a
tag
video when
himself
someone
in before they
react
can have
to
it, asshole.
that and then laugh so hard. Call confused Lashley or
This was
something.
his yard ever since defeating The Undertaker at WrestleMania 2 years ago.
Bobby Lashley says there are no egos on his side.
That's the funniest joke Bobby has ever said, if that's the case.
How's Dean going?
He's pledging his allegiance
Oh my
to
God,
a hot dog
again.
stand while dancing to Lady Gaga's music. What the freaking hell do you think he's doing?
I love that joke. It never gets
Dean
old.
Ambrose got his shoulder up way before the referee could get the 2 count, and yet it was ignored until he brought his arm up further. Is the referee blind or something?
Not quick enough.
Oh, I missed that so much.
This brings back sin memories. How every wrestler falls for Dean's rope flip trick, as I call it. I know it's probably called something else, but I call it rope flip trick. Got it?
Yeah. And the fact that I'm gonna miss Dean
The referee
Ambrose
is
since
just
he's not
standing
gonna do
around
that
allowing
move a
this to
lot.
happen. Normally by this point he would have
I
thrown
hope that
the
he's
match
off
out due to too many
television
illegal
by
wrestlers in the
rumors,
ring.
but then again, I can't follow
Why not just have
rumors.
this be a tornado tag match when
From
that's
your
basically what it's
perspective.
been looking like this whole time? Well, the good news is that Drew can sit in a comfortable chair while Dean beats him down. Since there's so much action going on both inside the ring and outside the ring, they should just keep this camera view going until everyone is back in the ring. That way, we can keep up with all the action at one time. It's that easy.
Even though we can't see from that far
We're
away.
at Fastlane 2019 to bring you Extreme Rules 2014.
Oh, the
Also,
Howe
Seth Rollins
Foundation
a
is gonna be in
victor's
Hall of
partner
Fame.
as Dean got the worst of
Unexpected.
that hit.
Outside. Now it's Reigns who's outnumbered.
Ooh.
Bobby was watching Roman the entire time and could have easily leaked out the ring apron before the Superman punch could connect. Attempted copyright infringement, which will obviously lead to the team's downfall and the Shield's victory. Happens every single time. These guys have all been outside the ring for Lord knows how long and somehow haven't got counted out yet. I don't think the referee even started this count like he's supposed
Shouldn't have been a
to. They may
tornado
not like
tag.
the Shield, but I'll give them one final salute, assuming this really is the end, which I hope it is. 10 sins off to culminate this video. This might just be the only good Fastlane event. Glad I was in attendance for this night.
Yep. Okay, so that was everything wrong with Fastlane 2019. And now there's only WrestleMania 35 and one more week before that before he uploads another Sins video. Even though that I'm gonna have mixed opinions on what he's going to do involving the Sins video that he's going to Sin involving the pay-per-view involving WrestleMania, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I still hope it's going to be WrestleMania 22 since it's the only one that he has in Sin. I mean, sure, there are other pay-per-views like 18, 2000, and other pay-per-views in the Attitude Era or worse pay-per-views. But at the same time, he was probably busy. He wanted to do different things and wanted to give WrestleMania a rest. Hopefully, next week will be a WrestleMania Sins video, which I will react to, if whatever the WrestleMania it is. Anyway, he also said that he's going to be sending a mini Sins of Kofi Kingston's Sin, 2 of which. I hope one of them is the gauntlet match that he had last SmackDown Live, because I will react to it, because that match was one of the best matches in SmackDown of 2019 so far. Except the ending, which almost ruined the entire gauntlet match. But then again, the last SmackDown that we had was still the recent. And I really hope that what he's going to do to send that gauntlet match, if he's going to, I will react to it. Believe me, that match is probably building up Kofi Kingston's character onto hoping facing Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. And not only that, if he's going to send SummerSlam 2019, I hope I'm going to be part of this Sinfinity War. But at the same time, it's still way too early to think about it. Let's just hope the second Sinfinity War I'm going to be part of, because I've been reacting to his videos since June. And even though I don't make a lot of wrestling videos, at least I try my best to keep my opinions straight on what material I talk about, mainly Brock Lesnar's. Speaking of which, in April, I'm going to be doing a pay-per-view review of Crown Jewel, and I'm also going to discuss of what I think of why there's no brand split, and the fact that, the pay-per-view, the last three matches are disaster nostalgia acts. Let's just hope that Crystal Miracle sees that, but then again, we don't know for sure. Anyway, I'm Lonely Fan for Hill, and then later this week, hopefully if he sends the gauntlet match, I will react to it. Anyway, I'll see you with more MLP Month later this final week.